Hey guys, welcome to Cosmic Skills. So this is our HTML and CSS course, and this is the second video of introduction section. In this video, we are gonna know about history and introduction. Okay, so guys, from now in before of each and every video, I'm gonna share a clip, a slide, which will tell you that what is the importance of this video and what will be the outcome of this lecture. Okay, so from now, each and every video will have this section. So let's start. Okay, so this video will help you to understand the evolution of HTML, and so will help you to understand what we are learning now and where from it is evolved. This video will also help to introduce you to the basic need of HTML and how does it work. After going through this video, you will be able to understand the next video and everything I am going to teach you in other videos. So let's talk about history. First version of HTML, that is HTML 1.0, was released in 1993 with the intention of sharing information which can be readable and accessible via web browser. But now, not much of the developer were involved in creating websites. So the languages was also not growing. Okay, so it was the first version of HTML. So as not more developers were involved in it, so it was not growing. And then in 1995, HTML 2.0 was released. This refined various core features of HTML, and as it contains all the features of HTML 1.0, it remained as a standard markup language for designing and creating websites until 1997. So what this HTML 2.0 did is, it came with new features along with the features which were in HTML 1.0. Okay, so this made it more it made it more for the developer to get use of it and make the web page for the web browser. And then the HTML 3.0, where Dave Raggett, who introduced a fresh paper or draft on HTML. It included improved new features of HTML, giving more powerful characteristics for webmaster in designing web pages. But this powerful features of new HTML slowed down the browser in applying further improvements. So the new version was good. It was designed by Dave Raggett, but what happened, the new features with which it came with, it were really bulky, which made the HTML very slow. And then the HTML 4.0, which is widely used and was successful version of HTML before HTML 5.0, which is currently released and used worldwide. HTML5 can be said for as an extension version of HTML 4.0, which was published in year 2012. Okay, so HTML4 is also called as HTML. Okay, HTML4 is also called as HTML, and it was very popular, but HTML5 came with the features of HTML4 as well as new feature. Okay, so as you can think, HTML4 was really very much popular. So what made the developers to build a new version? Let's look at it. So new features of HTML5. HTML was fine over for a decade. Why was it updated in 2014? Right. The most significant difference between older version of HTML, that is HTML4, and HTML5 is the integration of video and audio into the language specification. What does this mean is HTML5 included the features of HTML4 as well as new features, the main which was an integration of video and audio. So you can use the video and audio now in your HTML5. Additional to HTML5 includes the following updates. New element including video, as I said, time, nav, section, progress, meter, aside, and canvas. So being a beginner, don't worry about it. These all are the tags of HTML5. It's my duty to make you known to all this. So in future lecture we will do. Then new input attributes including email, URL, dates and time. Date and time was also included. Then new APIs that offer offline caching, drag and drop support and more. JavaScript can now run in background to the JS Web thanks to the JS Web Worker API. So don't worry about JavaScript. I will let you know about JavaScript. It is one of the main pillars of web development. Without JavaScript, you can't do web development. So we will get to JavaScript in later, but now it did it. Okay. So next, as we are done with our history now, let's get to the introduction. So what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Remember, it's a markup language. Okay, markup language is not same as a scripting language such as C and C++. What markup language is, it is a language which is used as it is. Just Google it, you will get it. Okay, so HTML is a standard markup language from web pages. As I told you, it is a standard markup language for web pages. With HTML, you can create your own website. Okay, so any website which have been created till now is using HTML in it. This is used to create the front end of web page. Okay, so web page is not just a front end. I mean, if a client is using it, then a server is also there. So there's a front end from where the client is using, and then a back end where it is connected to the server. So HTML is generally used to build up the front end. Okay, so the summary of this video, what we have learned so far is, when was the first version of HTML released? Okay, then we have learned what does every version came with and how they were altered. So what made developers to build a new version? Then we learned new features of HTML and then introduction to HTML. So that's it for the video, and from next video we will head towards setting our ID. Hope you like this video. Thank you.